Welcome, citizen. I am your host, Venerati, and today I have a very special game to be casting. I found Fruitdealers, and Fruitdealer, of course, is going to be spawning as the blue Zerg, and he is going to be going up against the red Terran. Now, I tried my hardest to find who this guy was, and I could not find any sort of translator or anything like that could pull up a name, and I'm not really sure, so I am just going to affectionately call him Jimmy. So, Jimmy is going to be going up against Fruitdealer. Now, I'm pretty sure y'all heard about Fruitdealer getting, Fruitdealer and actually Hydra both got hit hard in the GSLs just recently. So, really, really sad to hear that. Bad day for all Zerg. But today we are on Jungle Basin, and we are going to see Fruitdealer go up against some Terran, and it's really going to be, you don't see that many, well actually, funny thing is the one game that Fruitdealer had problems with against Boxer was this very map. So will he be beat once again on this map, or will he be able to best the Terran dominance on this map? Now we do have a barracks going down for Jimmy on the front door. The front door, of course, is going to be important to keep Fruitdealer out with any sort of early Zerglings, as we often see. Now, the rush distance, though, on this map is kind of extensive, as you generally see the units go around or cut through the middle. But either way, that's pretty far. There we go. Yeah, that's quite the distance, especially if you don't have metabolic boost. So if you're trying to do like a 6 pool or something like that, it's kind of foolhardy on this map, especially going up against Terran, as they are so keen on walling off. And we are going to see the barracks move. What are we going to see coming down? A factory or a... No, we're going to see a Marine. So he's just getting ready to put something down. The spawning pool is almost done. There we go. As we see the spawning pool coming out of the ground, and now is looking nice and delicious. Green pool. Don't you want to go take a jump in there? So we have a Roach Warren coming down, actually, for Fruitdealer. So Fruitdealer is going to be teching a little bit. Probably going to see a nice mixture of Zerglings and Roaches. The Roaches, because of the upgrade, have become really that much more dangerous, as you can use them here on the ramp to snipe the edges of these buildings. And the units will not be able to reply unless you stick them like right here. So it's going to be hard. It's harder to keep the doors nice and clean and built up, especially when you start throwing banelings in the mix. Now, we have this SCV running for its life as these Zerglings are chasing down. I don't think it's going to make it, and nope, it does not make it, actually. The two Zerglings were not too pleased that it came and tried to sneak around their base. So, we do have Metabolic Boost coming. Metabolic Boost will be finishing up here in, oh, yeah, about 50 seconds. And we are testing out the ramp. The ramp just finished, or the ramp was just sealed off by that supply depot. So Fruitdealer is going to see this. What is his reaction going to be? Not really too sure just quite yet, but we are seeing a Marine Marauder mix from Jimmy here, and we do see, of course, that mule coming down. And we actually just saw concussive shells finishing up for the Marauder. That's a really good upgrade to get in the beginning, super cheap, 50-50. And we have one Marine kind of out there in the open. I don't think he wants to be let back in. We do see him go back in there and scurry back in there. And we do have a bunker coming down. So we do see Jimmy reinforcing his wall. And Fruitdealer is actually bringing up a Baneling nest. So he's going to come knocking on that door, going to try to knock it down. As we see quite a number of units amassing for Fruitdealer over here. Yes, we have 8 Roaches on the field versus... let's see, 4 Marauders and 3 Marines. Of course, we do have the 4 Zerglings in the mix right here. So, I really don't think it's going to be enough to break down that door. Because we do have the bunker. We actually have a second wall of defense being built up. So, he's got a multi-chamber door right here. So that, of course, the Banelings would be able to pop through this one supply depot relatively easy. However, it might be a little bit more difficult to get through the second one, as we do have 4 Banelings on the field. So, we are going to see Fruitdealer trying to bust down this door with a nice little ball of Roaches right here. 8. Are we going to see the first door go down? Oh, no. Yet there it goes. The Roaches are able to finish it up. However, the fire from the bunker is too much, and they do not choose to go up. We're going to bring the Zerglings up here as fodder. No, nothing really coming of that. Let's see. Actually, I just noticed that, but Fruitdealer actually canceled his metabolic boost. Nice. So he wasn't going to use the Zerglings very much. He actually switched over and used the minerals and Vespine for the roaches. Great move there. So we do see a hatchery coming down for Fruitdealer as the command center for Jimmy is almost finishing up here. Seeing that Jimmy is too well dug in, Fruitdealer is going to go ahead and try to get something going on. Now, Fruitdealer is supply locked right now. Not sure what's up with that. We do see the beginning of a skin highway right there as that nice little creep tumor is going down. Alright, and we actually see a little bit of shenanigans right here. See, the roaches are able to get vision because of the Zergling right there, trying to snipe that supply depot. Just really trying to be an overall pain in the rear, but this one roach was just barely able to get away. And of course, he is healing relatively quick because of... Well, actually, he's not burrowed, so it doesn't really matter. And let's see, we do have this supply depot being paired up. And we did see a small switch of harvesters over to the natural. The orbital command is up and utilizing that mule. So let's go and take a look at the income tab. Yes, the income's actually right now, Jimmy is quite a bit in the lead. Of course, those mules are a big part of that gap right now, as there is a 4 harvester difference right now. So Jimmy really right now he's walled off, he's sitting pretty, and he just needs to continue to tech up, continue to build his production facilities, as we do see one more rack and a factory coming up. And of course we do have 2 SCVs just hanging out, not doing anything. Not so sure about that. He does not actually have a queue on his command center. So let's see, what else do we have coming up here? We don't have any sort of teching from Fruitdealer. Fruitdealer is just focusing on his economy right now, and we do have this Overlord scurrying over to the side, going to be seeing what's up in the natural, is actually going to be able to see that natural, and is going to know what exactly Jimmy is up to. Not exactly, but he's going to have a good idea of the fact that Jimmy is actually put a lot of money into that natural and not just building up an army that's going to come ripping out of the gates. But speaking of army ripping out of the gates, we have the Marine Marauders moving out here. We do have a starport, so I don't know. I don't think he's going to... I'm not sure if he's going to wait for the medevac. But this is a nice concentration of units here. Seeing, let's see, we only have 7 roaches, and we do have 4 banelings on the field for Fruitdealer. So Fruitdealer could be in a little bit of trouble here, because this is a great little ball, and we do see that Overlord go ahead and die from the Marine fire. And fighting on that ramp would be a great place for him to be, seeing as there are a good number of Zerglings right there. However, seeing that there are 28 Zerglings on the field now, Jimmy has decided not to fight this battle and is in retreat. I guess he is going to wait for medevac backup, as we do have the reactor switch right there going on, and the factory is just kind of lumbering around in the air, not really doing all that much. Overlord is still sitting here, hanging out, watching this natural. We have a pretty... We still actually have a rather extensive gap of the harvester count in between the two players here. So, not sure what's going on with that, as Fruitdealer did spend a lot of time putting up his drones, but now seeing that the armies of the Terrans are out and about, I guess he decided to throw some money into his army. He is trying to catch up, however, so just as long as he doesn't fall too far behind, we can still see Fruitdealer stick it out in this game. Now, we do have the Terran army coming here, will be knocking on this back door. Of course, Fruitdealer does see this and is scurrying over to protect the back rocks, as he does have a fair number of banelings, and he is going ahead and getting the centrifugal hooks, and he is queuing up 4 more banelings right here. So will it be enough right here? We do see the Marines stimming right here. Fruitdealer trying to lure him into the base, trying to get those fireflies right there so they can blow up on them. And we see, are they going to be able to do it? No, I don't really think they're going to be able to get that, as we do see the Marauders up front and actually doing a fair job of sniping them, as that one baneling is actually going to die. These roaches are too far few in between right there, as we did see actually another one blow up. Nice micro here by Jimmy. Jimmy doing a good job of putting the Marauders up front so they can soak up that splash damage from the bio units, and we do see the rest of the armor stimming and running away. All of those guys are not in good shape. We do see them confronting these Zerglings and popping all of them and continuing to run away from these roaches. These roaches are not fast enough to chase them down, and we do see Fruitdealer go ahead and decide to stop chasing them, and actually is going to queue up another hatchery. So he is definitely going to be trying to expand his industrial complexes. And we do see more banelings queuing up right there, So he is going to be trying to combat that Marine Marauder ball. We do see the scan, and we do actually see the Galil Reconstitution coming down. So those roaches will be able to chase down that bio ball next time. So we do see the introduction of the medevacs into Jimmy's army. Actually, quite a few medevacs here, and tanks as well.